Welcome back, everybody. Sorry we missed y'all on Sunday. We forgot it was Easter. That'd be me. I forgot it was Easter. And so, yeah, this is our Monster of the Week campaign on Cybernation Uncensored. We are the ghost hunters, or they're the ghost hunters. I'm the ghost, throw them at them person. I'm the keeper. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, starting with Clover.
Hi, I wasn't trying to look busy, so you didn't pick me first. Never that. Hi, I'm Danny, or Clover. Both pronouns are she, they. And I'm here. I'm very excited. And in character, I'm having a panic attack. But not Danny. Danny's very excited.
All right, Clarissa. You are muted, my friend.
Hey y'all, I'm Crimson Galaxy. That's KRIMSSIN, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. My pronouns are them, she, and they. I'm a non-binary, trans, feminine gamer and streamer. And yeah, I'm gonna be playing Clarissa Charisma, the mundane, who's kind of cool and kind of a little bit problematic, and it's perfectly okay that she's a little bit problematic because she has a good heart. Okay.
Are you convincing us or yourself? Are you trying to convince me?
All of the above, actually.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
And that would leave, last but not least, Sam.
Me.
Yes.
Hi, all. I am Sam, pronouns she, her, as well as Simon, pronouns she, her. And I do a lot on the internet. I don't want to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it later. But I play the spooky, and I'm very excited because she's a character and a half, and I'm just over here doing a little bit of makeup. Don't mind me. I'll say it's Simon in character. I'm method acting right now.
Today we do not have Adrian, who plays Cesar, our experts, to keep these crazy chicks in line. But that's fine. We don't need them. We do. We miss you, Adrian. Come back soon. But it's been a month. So previously on Ghost Hunters, the group was reunited after Cesar rescues the girls from being found by the men in black in a black van that came to the burning gas station. Who were they? They learned that the next ghost was the bound woman, and they head to a high school in Malibu. Midway through, they all stop at a motel, and Clover and Cesar have a heart-to-heart, with Cesar giving Clover some reassurance and advice. And the next day, the group finishes their trip after Simon uploads the raw footage of their adventures at the gas station. That's not incriminating at all. But it's all on Clover's channel and through Clover's laptop, so, no worries. Eventually, they get to a hotel where Cesar takes a nap, a much needed rest. Clover, Clarissa, and Simon head to the high school to investigate, where didn't you guys have like an Uber with a girl named Jess? And she was very...
You exchanged Instagrams too, I think.
Yep, and they made a new friend named Jess. And...
You're muted, Crimson.
Yeah.
I told Jess that, since her boyfriend said something, that she should accuse him of not caring about her feelings.
Very healthy, constructive advice. Anyway, they go to the high school, they start investigating, and they see visions of what occurred the night of the dance, where allegedly the star quarterback, Chet Walter, murdered his girlfriend after an argument because she took someone else to the dance. Scandal! While Carissa comforts Clover after she has a panic attack from being, just generally back in high school. Simon communicates with the spirits on the football field, and after hearing some music from the gym, begins to enter. Thank you.
That's right. Sorry, I forgot that.
You're absolutely fine. I forgot it too. We're good. I don't know where that was going.
I forgot I'm alone.
Yep, all by yourself.
We're on our way.
All by yourself.
That's the song that's playing.
That is the song that's playing.
You did say it was a slow song.
I
Yeah,
did say it
there's
was a
slow
slow
dancing.
song. That's a terrible song to go to the dance to.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's someone in the corner that feels very targeted right now.
Actually, if that song ever did play while you were at a dance, that's horrible.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, who are you
especially
targeting?
Because
like-
I specifically did go to dance as stag when I was young.
So also, like, DJ, who hurt you? Like, what's anyway? That's
He's just crying.
That's a different conversation. And before we get back to Sam, this is gonna go so smooth, I can tell. Actually, no. Let's stick with Sam. You're about to enter the gym, and you start hearing "All by Myself" by somebody. I forgot who. I never knew. So,
It's by Casper,
yes.
the non-copywritten version.
Yeah. You start hearing "All by Myself" start playing clearly. And like some blue lighting like coming from the gym. What do you do?
Is it like a hospital fluorescent blue lighting,
No.
or an actual like blue light?
No, it's got this weird ethereal vibe to it. It's kind of like an otherworldly blue light, not so much hospital.
Okay. After did she text Clarissa, right?
Yeah.
Or was it Cesar? Was it Clarissa?
You sent a text to Cesar saying like we went to the school, and then you also sent a text to Clarissa.
Oh yeah, because
saying,
Clover needed to step away.
yeah.
That there was a ghost there.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's going to approach. Quick question, GM.
Yes.
Although it is technically in-game same day, but is it still same mystery? Do we get to do our
Same mystery.
4 things? Okay, then that does not count. Well, then.
I will say you do still have a hold. Where'd I put you? Oh wait.
Also, Danny, All by Myself by Casper Dion.
Is that true?
It's Celine Dion.
Celine Dion. It's another C name, though.
I
We checked out here in this campaign.
Oh, Casper
we
Dion.
have fun here.
It's canon now. Anyway.
Which also starts with a C.
Oh no. But yeah, you have a hold still.
Ah. What
if
was I
you want to
holding
use it?
for?
I don't remember what it was for. I just wrote that you have a hold.
Oh, I also wrote down I have a hold. I don't know what I was holding for.
Clover.
What
Was it 'cause-
moves do you have that give you a hold?
Oh, that's true.
I think it was a. You asked a
Was
question.
it your beginning
Was
of
it
the
my
mystery
tune
hold?
in?
I'm
I
sorry.
think
it
it
was
was.
my tune-in.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because you
yeah, that's where my
definitely were
hold-
tuning in on the football field.
Yeah.
I don't recall which questions I asked, but
I should keep better notes.
I can look at the questions. I
Me
still
too.
remember.
I have pretty extensive notes, but I guess not for myself. I have a lot of y'all stuff written.
Feel that.
Well,
Like, I'll remember my things. Let me write their stuff down. Yeah, no, I need to write that down now too.
I think you asked, where's the creature right now, and how can I attract its attention? I know you did. How can I attract its attention already? And I think that's why you were able to like learn it was like a group of people. and
Yeah,
then
I
it
think
was,
I
like-
also did Where's the Creature?
Yeah. So
and that's how you ended up at the gym.
There we
How
go.
can I attract its attention? Okay. Okay, all right, approaching this blue light, can I read a bad situation?
Yes. Absolutely.
All right, you know what would actually help? Getting my dice.
you got. Oh, you're so right. Ooh,
Is it a
dice.
6?
2d6. Yeah.
2d6. Okay.
No problem.
Is my sharp, actually.
You got this.
I hate that this PDF doesn't save on the website, so I have to like rewrite my...
That's why I wrote it on a Google Doc
Every
very
time.
poorly.
I
Oh,
made
good
my
job, Sam.
I made
Cool.
my PDF fillable. So
It's a 4.
Ooh, okay. With a 4, you.
Don't laugh like that.
Sorry.
I don't like that actually.
Yeah. You. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, since you failed, because it's below a 6.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Wait, that's with your pluses or anything? Did you want to spend
Yeah,
your?
it's a +1. I rolled a 3.
E. Oh, and you can't really get help either. I'm trying to help.
No.
Yeah, okay. So, the minute you enter the space, um, the music, the music and the lights both disappear, and you are left in an empty, like hollow, gym room.
Is
You
it
can,
just pitch black now?
yeah, it is pitch black. Maybe you can see some lights from, like, some lights coming in through some high paned windows, um, from like the street or like.
Sorry to interrupt. Are we here during the daytime or was it evening? I can't recall.
We
when
were here at
came in.
night. It's night. It's night.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So it would be like street lights from a distance, maybe coming in. But other than that, it's just silence outside of your feet echoing.
Okay. Then. So with that hold, am I allowed to ask the same question twice?
Uh, I'm gonna say rule of cool because I don't really know how to play this game. Yes.
Could I now, for more clarification, ask where is the creature right now?
Where is the creature right now? You get a feeling that there is a presence here.
Okay.
But also that you get the same pings from before. There is a very strong presence here, and weaker presences out and by the parking lot and the football field. But so like it's the same 3 points that where I told you before: parking lot, middle of the field, and the gym. But now that you're in the gym, you are just you can't narrow down more than that. It's just you're overwhelmed with like the presence that's here in the gym.
With this overwhelming feeling, she'll probably step back out and send a text to Clarissa. Because I know that she had sent one. It's probably been like a couple minutes and y'all are walking toward the field. You may have already noticed that Simon's not there. And she's just going to text at Jim.
Okay.
As soon as you leave the building, you start hearing the music pick back up and lights coming back on.
She looks back, but she's not going to go in just yet.
All right. We're going to shoot it over to Clarissa and Clover. You guys have made your way from the very strange, like you're following the ghosts that have passed through, y'all. I think it was Clover it passed through and made its way to the football field. So you're following them to the football field. When you get a text, Clarissa, Clover, you're both gonna notice that Simon is not there. But Clarissa, you do get a text at this time.
Simon says she's at the gym.
You're muted again, by the way.
You're muted again, Clarissa. Stop doing that.
I have to.
So good
Okay.
at mining.
So yeah, I go ahead and I check my phone and take a look at it and see that it says Simon says they're at the gym. And I just like, Simon says they're at the gym and hold the phone up,
Oh,
showing
okay.
me.
Okay, I was about to panic, so that's good. Okay, all right. We should probably have. I mean, do we still see the ghost that passed through us?
You, ooh, read a bad situation.
Oh,
Does somebody
no.
want to, like, before you do that? Do either one of you want to help the other person first?
I'll
What do you mean?
try to help. Yeah, sure. I can roll a help out roll.
Okay.
We also have a
I
plus
could as
2
well.
to
Oh
this next
yeah,
one.
you both have a +2
How do we vote?
because somebody in chat gave you a +2, and I remember that at the end
Oh,
of the
last
thing.
time? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, okay, okay,
okay,
okay.
cool, cool,
Oh,
cool,
there you go.
cool.
And then it's in chat again.
Yeah. So you get a
Well,
+2 for
with
this
a
help on that one.
+2, that's a 12.
Thanks, chat.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Thanks.
You get a +1 to your roll, so technically a +3.
+3. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Read a bad situation?
Yes.
I would love to read a bad situation.
You got this.
I got this.
You got it.
Okay. So with a +3, that is wait, do I have sharp? Wait, hold on, wait. We might be good. We might be good. Where are my things? Where is my
Okay, I gotta
Okay,
search
yes.
for mine too.
So 3. Okay, we're fine. It's an 8. That's a
Okay.
series 8. Yeah, it's an 8.
All right. You can give me. You got one question.
Okay. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? Because I think that's what Clover is looking for right now.
Dangers to yourself? No, not yet. Oh, dangers that you haven't noticed. You start noticing now that there is a presence at the gym. You guys are just at the parking lot, and now you're following the ghosts here. You're noticing that there are the lines on the football field, the yard lines, start raising and looking like tendrils moving like faintly in the distance. It's
In
starting it's starting at the goal lines, and like as you guys move closer, and as you follow this story, more and more of the lines are coming in. So they're right now at the, oh my god, I have to pull up a goal like a football field real quick because I don't know what they look like.
Good.
I forgot what they look like.
The goalpost?
No, the yard lines.
Oh.
Well, they are in increments of 1, but then
Yeah,
they're
that's the same.
divided by big lines at every 10 yards.
Oh,
But the 50-yard line, at that point,
That's the one in
it
the middle, right?
reverses
Okay,
and goes
so
back the
they're at-
opposite direction.
Okay, so you're at there. So far, you got tendrils from coming out, or the yard lines start looking like tendrils up into the 10.
Okay. Then you see, I think as Clover is like looking around, walking, they sort of put a hand, like both hands up Clarissa's shoulders to stop her. Say, words.
Oh,
It's moving.
is there a mirage?
Well, I'm not sure. I could try talking to them, and well, not like, because I mean Simon does it better, but it'd be sort of like a, like just outward, be like, hey, make it so they know that we're not like a threat, because maybe there's like a threatening aura happening that they think because of the situation that the ghosts themselves were in, but maybe that's not
Hey,
what we are.
it's okay. I can talk to them.
Okay, okay, but if you just, you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
just,
you're good.
I want
Don't
to help
worry.
with the quest. I don't want to just be like, I'm here and then I'm just freaking out the entire time because it's a school, because that's stupid. So I mean, just you just let me know if like you need to do. I'm gonna stop talking so we can actually do the thing.
Oh my gosh. I
Clarissa.
tussle. No, I pat you on the shoulder. Like, it's all right. Don't worry. You're good. And I'm just gonna like take a couple more steps forward and just be like, hey, what's going on? Are you playing with the field?
Act under pressure for me.
Sure.
Playing the field.
During this, I want to send a text to Simon that says we're
player.
talking to moving football field lines.
That's an 8.
Give us a moment.
Keeper is going to give you a worst outcome, a hard choice, or.
Oh wait, you have a
price to
+2. You have a +2.
How do I
Another
have
one.
another? Oh, another
Is it both
+2
times, or is it
came
just
in.
the first?
No,
roll?
another one was redeemed.
Oh, okay, we got
Oh,
another one.
sick.
Which so Simon, I'm gonna say you got a +4 on your next roll because
Hell yeah.
I forgot about the other +2 at the end of the game. So
Okay.
blah. Anyway, trying to make it nice, but yeah, Clarissa.
I appreciate
So
that.
with another +2, you said you went from 8 to 10. Did you want to apply your +2 here?
May as well.
Okay. You do what you set out to do. So, in a response to you start seeing this melodrama continue. The two apparitions form up, and you see Chet having an argument, scream like there are no words, but you can see him clearly screaming at his girlfriend, Susan, and she is looking terrified. Like before she brushed him off, but now at the 50-yard line, he grabs her back and holds her there and just starts screaming at her. Another person comes in, and what you thought originally was a dude in a suit turns out to be not. It's a young woman with her hair tied back in an with a really loose tie, and she tries pushing Chet out of the way, but the violence escalates really quickly. Chet put I don't want to get too detailed with it, but basically Chet's beating her down, and these two women are fighting off this enraged man, and it ends up you witness their death. At the end of that tragic scene, the tendrils from the yard lines start resembling neckties, the longer ones, and they have now moved up to the 30-yard line.
I take my baseball bat out.
Yeah, Clarissa, you feel a sort of not a tug, but you feel Clover grab your sleeve and hold it very tightly as I watch that.
That
And,
was not okay.
yeah. What are we gonna do?
Is Chet's spirit still there?
No, you see after you see him bury them underneath the 50, bury them underneath the 50-yard line.
Oh, he kills both of them?
Yeah.
A
You see that the apparition or his spirit runs off back to the parking lot whence he came. You know for a fact Chet's not dead. He is in prison. He was convicted and tried for their murder. You've looked that up online. You saw that. That's part of the stuff that brought you here.
In that case, I'm just gonna walk out to the 50-yard line and just take a knee and be like, I am so sorry this happened to you, and I am so sorry that the world is such a fucked up place that doesn't let people find their own happiness. And I want you to know that it has gotten a little bit better. And we are still fighting to make it better now. And I'm just sorry.
During that, Clarissa, you feel Clover wraps her arms around you, like from behind, and just sort of hugs you. Says, is it, I, I'm assuming at least one of them is going to be the ghost we're looking for. So what do you want to do when we find them? Or, well, and then Clover looks at the moving football, the lines, and says, or when they, show themselves in whichever way they want to.
I don't know. I think it should be up to them. I don't think I'd feel okay trapping one of them against their will. This was not okay. They were just two people trying to live the life that they needed to live. And I can't force someone who's a victim of such hard circumstances to that's so entirely wasn't even their own fault. Like, how can we? I don't even know if we can ask them to do this. I don't know.
What if we, and like Clover like takes a second, like is like looking around, and then focuses on you again. Sort of takes your hand. Maybe it if they're still here, then that might mean that they're sort of trapped here. Maybe at the very least, we can give them the option to not be trapped here, because here,
Yeah.
I don't think is good for anyone, especially
I
them.
agree. At the very least, I'd like to try to help them to move on. And if they want to do this, like, like there's got to be more spirits that fit the bill than this one, right? Like, we got to try to help them move on. It's not even their fault. There's got to be another
Yeah,
way.
that's what we usually do. We help them move on. That's we can do that.
Okay.
As you guys are having this heart to heart on the 50-yard line, Sam, what are you doing?
What is her sightline when it comes to where they are for where she is?
You can you okay. How do I best explain this?
To the best of your ability.
You can see that there are people on the on the 50-yard line. You know those are
With
your
silhouettes.
people.
I could assume that's them.
Yeah, you know that they're your people. I'm also going to say that the floodlights are on. I'm just making this decision now because it's spooky ghost shit's happening.
Floodlights make sense for a stadium at night too.
Yeah. So the floodlights are on, and you can see that your people are like huddled up on the 50-yard line, looking really intense, and that is all you see.
Okay. Seeing them, knowing that they're okay, or at least as okay as they can be. She can't really assume too much, because I haven't texted her anything like super scary. It's just like, oh, okay, that's fine. They got this. She is going to. You said the music is playing again.
Mm-hmm. Blue light
And
is
the lights
back.
are on again. Is there a window to in this door?
Uh,
In instead of opening the door.
you know what? Since I recently watched First Kill, absolutely there are windows in this door.
I'm glad that that's what sold it.
I miss First
Okay.
Kill. This is missing First Kill hours.
Then I would like to. I guess we'll use investigate a mystery. I want to look inside and see if, when I look, things are still on, and if there's anything abnormal aside from these blue lights that I can visually see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Ain't no way.
You got +4 too.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is a 6 pass?
A 6 does pass. Like,
It
Oh, thank God.
barely.
No.
Did you roll
You
two
won.
ones?
Yeah.
Chuck those dice.
Wait. But my
Plus,
sharp.
plus your sharp.
A 7?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, you get one question.
Sheesh. All right.
Hell yeah.
The questions are where I've already lost them again.
Okay, so what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
What is being concealed here?
When you look in the window and you see these blue lights, there's a flash of white before like your vision clears, and you see just it's like you've gone back in time and you're back in the 80s. There's a DJ on the stage, and everyone's dancing. This is coupled up, and in the middle of the dance floor you see this big, kind of angry looking dude wearing a crown, and glaring, like dancing with a nice girl, but like glaring daggers at who you assume is Susan and her date.
Would I assume that this is Chet because of images and stuff that
Yeah.
we've Googled?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's young pictures of Chet. So you see Chet just glaring daggers. Apparently he and Susan won prom king and queen, or homecoming king and queen. I don't know. Some form
ouch.
of some form of king and queen. While Susan is dancing with Amani and like laughing and having a great time. You see, or not Amani. Well, now you know her name. Anyway, you see Susan's date whisper in her ear, and then they run to your door and out past you. And they're cute and whatever. They wanted some privacy for reasons that you want privacy at a dance. And you hear a faint whisper, "I love you, Amani Rivers," as they like run towards the parking lot.
Could I? Could I try speaking to Chet? Actually, is this more of just a vision, like the spirit is not located here right now?
Yes, the Chet
Okay.
spirit is not located here. This is a faded memory of that night.
Okay. Is there anything? Is there anything Simon would know to attempt around here? Because I feel like she's done everything.
If you, let's see. As they pass you, as this vision ends, and they head to the
The field.
no, they are heading to the parking lot, and then they're gonna go to the field.
Okay.
You like the gym goes back to darkness. The parking lot is also in darkness, and the only light in that area is coming from the football field.
Okay. Then I guess with this, she would about face and saunter over. Because she doesn't know if y'all are any under distress, really. So she's just walking relaxed back over to y'all.
Yeah, as you make it back, you start noticing that the field is feeling a little alive. And you notice these the yard lines are like giving off spectral like bands up into the 40-yard line.
And where are they from me?
They let's say you're coming in at like the at an angle. I'm gonna say like at the 30-35 yard line closest to the school, so I'm gonna say the home team. So they're about 10 10 to 15 yards away from you, because they are directly on in like the middle of the field.
Okay, having them more clear in my sight, and particularly noticing Clarissa's reaction right now. And if I have your permission, Crimson, could I utilize my telepathy to read your thoughts to read a bad situation so that I can gain knowledge of what's going on?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, let me roll for that. Oh, cool. 12.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to tell me anything else. I would assume that she now is an understanding of this reaction.
Yeah, the way that I'm gonna say that you get it is that since you've been to all three locations, is that you see like when everything connects, it starts playing like a movie in your mind, going from the gym to the parking lot and finally ending up on the football field. And
Okay.
that's where you find your
Is the
mates.
feeling still more significant at the gym, or is it now all?
Everything is now focused on like on the football
It's all
field.
consolidated now within the field. Okay.
Yeah. Now that you
Okay.
You get the feeling that now that you know the story of what happened, all of the energy is circulated here. It feels like there is no world outside of this football field right now.
Interesting. So it's heavy.
It's very heavy.
Okay. She would walk over then. Simon does not feel like the weight the same way that, normal people do. So she's walking over, and up to y'all if you notice her. I know that it's an intense moment for the two of you. She would walk up and just kind of put her hand gently on Clarissa's like shoulder, and then look at you both and well, it's all here now.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Simon.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
This is an incredibly fucked up situation, and I don't know what we should do. Is money really worthless? Trapping someone who's already been trapped by circumstances outside of their control just to serve a master again?
I'll do what you want to do, Clarissa.
I want. I can make this right. And then Clover looks at Marissa. We can make it right. It can be okay. I'm gonna make it okay for us and for them.
I give you a hug. I just grab you and hug you and just be like, don't put yourself in danger. It's a hard situation right now, and I'm sure it's about to get worse before it gets any better.
And Clover hugs you back, and will sort of pat, like, sort of hold you there for a second before getting up. Also, I hope I can be heard. I apologize. I hope it's better. And Clover gets up and will look at the sort of keeping a hand on Clarissa's like shoulder, and we'll look at these squiggly lines.
Oh yeah,
and
they're up to the 45 now, kind of creeping in on the 50. But you guys are on the icon in the middle, so you guys are basically grouped on the giant face of a dolphin. I said y'all were the school had dolphins.
Yeah, there was a dolphin. It was a dolphin.
Yeah, y'all are on the face of a dolphin right now. That's fun.
That's fun. Yeah, I think Clover sort of looks at Clarissa, looks at Simon, almost like a bit of reassurance, and also just like a 10, 9, 8, 7. And they will step up a little bit and sort of look at the lines and say, hi, I know a very bad thing happened to you, if this is who I think it is. I believe your name is Susan, and I know it must have hurt a lot. I know that what it's like to be hurt a lot. And I want to let you know that if you don't want to be here anymore, where you are used to it hurting a lot, you don't have to be. And that's why we're here. We can take you away from it. If you want to. Please. That's all. Sorry.
You hear like a screech echo across the football field as the bands or the ties, they kind of look like both, reach the 50-yard line, except for and like the perimeter of the circle. From you, if you look, you see two different figures, one in a white dress and a crown at one end zone, and the other in a suit and tie at the other end zone. Both women are bound in some way, and yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do?
Okay, heard. Then they're both on opposite ends.
Mm-hmm.
And is the line still moving? Like
all of the lines are still moving, and you start hearing over that like blood-curdling scream, or shriek more like, you hear chanting of be aggressive, be aggressive. Just over.
Wow, read the room, crowd.
Over and over, getting steadily louder and louder. And I think we're gonna go on a real quick break, because that's a really cool place to go on a break. Let's say 10 minutes, so everybody can bio and then water and take your meds, stretch, all that jazz. Don't forget to come back. And yeah, we'll see y'all on the flip side of it, because Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn.
See you in 10. we're back. Hope everybody is rested and ready for this. Because when we last left off, we found out that Susan dumped Chet for Imani Rivers, which is actually one of the sexier names I came up with. Really and Chet's response to that was putting these lovely ladies in the past tense. And now our ghost hunters are confronting them. They are in the 50-yard line while their two visages are at both field goals. One is in a white dress and a tiara. The other is in a fancy suit, because women in suits always win. And that's where we left off. You guys, you Clover, see that you see the two images, these two apparitions, these two shadows of a memory are bound on opposite ends of the football field, and in between you and them are bands or ties or bindings on every 5-yard lines, every yard line. So the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, you can count all the way up to the 50. But you notice that once they get there seems to be a barrier around, or like a safety net around the icon of the dolphin. You are protected by this dolphin circle. As you three are now grouped together. What is anybody's plan?
Well, first off, I have a couple clarifying questions just to make sure before I jump into any actions. Okay, so am I correct in remembering that all of the articles that were online about this incident and everything mentioned nothing about them being lesbians, mentioned specifically only the one girl having been murdered, and the person who is in prison, Chet, was charged with one murder and not two?
Yes.
Or only was found guilty of one murder and not two?
Yes.
That's great. And may I also ask, pardon me for saying this, is Imani
a woman of color? Yes, she is.
Yes. That's what I assumed. Okay. Yes.
She is a dark, well, I don't know how you would know this information. You know what? Simon, you would know this information. You get a picture of a dark-skinned, like, goddess with, like, she has short hair pulled back in, like, a cute little afro puff. She's got, like, high cheekbones and, like, an angular face. And she's got, like, strong shoulders. Like, she's an athlete as well. Because Susan has a type. And so she's got, like, a muscular build. You can even tell that under this custom suit that she's wearing. And yeah,
custom in high school. Oh my gosh, Imani, I'd date you too.
Yeah, right.
Imani, are you free this weekend?
She's money.
You said you're dead. That sucks.
Unfortunately, she's
That's
never
okay.
going to be free.
I see you.
Yeah. All right.
I guess then, noticing this information, she would just say out loud, "Well, Chet was a sexist and a racist." Okay.
Well, he was definitely. This was not a crime of passion. This was a hate crime. Oh. And it left without. Okay, sorry. I felt like I had to sneeze, but then it didn't.
You're fine.
Yeah,
it happens.
All right. So, shoot, that made me lose my train of thought. This was a hate crime, and the courts were obviously hateful too. Gay panic is not a defense, and that's probably what he got off only getting one murder charge for. And I think they're separated. I think that they can't be together, and that's what's keeping them here. How do we find a way to let them hold each other again?
GM question. Would Simon be able to tell which...
Is the bound ghost that you're looking for?
Not entirely. Yes, and also, would I be able to tell who needs to be unbound more so than the other? Not that, like, one's pain is more over the other, but would she be able to feel the pull toward who would be the connecting one?
You get anger from one end and sadness from the other, both in equal measure. So it if this was a scale, they'd both be even.
Okay.
One of them is more angry and the other is sadder.
Can I tell which one's more angry?
If you read a bad situation.
Let me do so.
I'll give you a lot, but there's some stuff I can't.
Actually, I'm going to use my telepathy for that because I can read
Okay.
a bad situation with my weird.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Seven.
7, ask one question.
I
Actually,
think we have a +2, sorry.
instead of reading a bad situation, I'm gonna let you keep that hold because it's whatever. But I'm gonna say this is an act under pressure because there's 2 giant emotions, and you really just want me to tell you which one you fig. You can either have this as an act under pressure or read a bad situation.
I could also make it just investigate a mystery kind of thing. Since it's telepathy, that way I can feel...
Dealer's choice on what you're vibing with right now. You get one question either way.
Sorry to ask. I don't have the list of questions
No problem.
in front of me.
If you investigate a mystery, you can ask what happened here, what sort of creature is it, what can it do, what can hurt it, where did it go, what is it going to do, and what is being concealed here. If you read a bad situation, what is my best way in? What's my best way out? Is there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? What is the best way to protect the victims?
I'm going to ask what is the biggest threat in the sense of which one is angry.
Okay. So the one that is angry is Susan. Susan is livid.
Okay.
You can see the bindings from her side of the field are whipping faster and more aggressively than Imani's side of the field. Imani,
Okay.
you have a feeling of deep sadness. Not regret, because she doesn't regret a damn thing. Just sadness.
All right. Simon is going to turn to the 2 of you. I really think that we should try to help them at the same time and meet in the middle. And I can communicate with Susan if you 2 want to help Amani.
We can do that. We can do that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Clarissa,
That is
will
a
you
good
be okay
idea.
for that?
We have to try. Is there any way that we can do a magic or something that will let us form a bridge so they can be together?
If you can convince Amani to potentially get in the book, we can use that as our bridge to unite them and bring it to Susan.
If she's in the book, that will keep them from being together.
Can I?
That's not what I want.
Can I see both of her hands?
Who? Whose hands?
No, Simon and Clarissa.
Oh.
But Clover just looks at. Can I see both of her hands?
Sure. She extends her hands.
Clover takes both of their hands and specifically looks at Simon and Susan. I'm not a magical person. And I never know what I'm doing. And I'm trying. But I want this to be right. And I know what this is like, and I don't want this. And Casper, you can tell me how this will work. I would like to try and use magic to, like, it says one of the effects is to bar a place or a portal to a specific person, type of creature. I'm essentially want to try and use what little bits of occult magic that Clover has experienced and try and use that as to make like a little, either a bridge or in some way make a path for these two to meet in the middle. And
Okay.
to, like,
Yes. I want to help.
All right. As you guys do this, know that I'm going to be spending all of my holds, which is 2.
That's
I have
fair.
2. To make this a little bit more difficult, so you have to get like a 12.
Okay.
I believe. I don't know how holds work, but yeah, I'm gonna.
Could
make
it
the 12.
be with my +2 to weird since I'm heavily occult
Okay, so
for my magic?
So both me and Clover will roll a help out and see if we can get you a +1.
you guys already have a +2 from chat, right? Danny?
Oh, I don't know.
Or
Yeah, I think we still have one we haven't used. Yeah,
Okay,
there was one
you
that came
guys
in during the break.
you have one
cool.
+2 from chat. I'm going to say that, like, if one of you can help out, we'll give you a +3. I'm basically just counteracting that 1 +2. So it's
Okay.
one of y'all can help out.
What? Okay.
Actually,
I know this is metagaming, but what's your cool score?
before you answer that, actually,
Okay.
Simon, roll a help out. Clover, you're going to be doing this because you're the one who came up with the plan.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh.
Cool is -1. This is better anyway. I'm not very cool.
Do I also get a +2?
You,
Or is it just my
We
straight?
only have 1 right now.
Yeah.
So it
Oh, well,
has
then
to go for the main
You
roll.
use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you get on that help out?
I got a 7.
You got a 7. Okay.
Sorry, pardon me.
With a 7, you get the +1, but you expose yourself to trouble or danger. That sounds familiar.
What do you mean? Me?
Yeah.
Going to the angry one right
Yeah, you're talking to the angry one. So the barrier that was protecting you, you can see that she's been whipping at it with her, let's call them
Tentacles.
No.
nope.
You chose the worst option, actually.
now? Tentacles?
Yep,
With her-
intentionally so.
with her
What also
ties.
was funny is I thought you said pentacles. You also went around with it. I was like, that's funny.
That is very funny.
With her ties, you can see that all of the yard lines on her side have turned into neckties, and they've been whipping at this. And you can feel that side of the barrier is very close to breaking. And you get a +1. Clover,
Yay.
roll your stuff.
Okay,
Roll your
I
magic.
will say is now another +2 in the chat. I don't know if we stack them, so that's up to you.
That's for someone
That'll be
else
for the
to
next
use.
one.
Just checking. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Nice try.
It's all I got.
I respect it.
Okay. So this is a +3.
Yes.
+1 because I used my +2 to knock out your +2.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
'Cause I have to use my holds anyway.
So give me a second. Hold on.
You can also spend some of your luck points.
I was about to say that, Casper. I was about to say that. I would love to turn this 2 into a 12.
Absolutely, fine.
Ew.
You have to use a luck point, though.
Good girl. We gotta talk.
Heck yes. Good job.
Yeah, I would love to spend my luck. I will be just a little bit more doomed.
Yep.
And I guess flavor-wise, I would love to say that this is because Clover, obviously, I guess mechanics-wise, anybody can use magic. But specifically, this is Clover, like, they spent a good amount of time, in a bad situation with a sort of maybe cult. And that had a lot of sort of darker uses of magic and manipulation of it. And even though Clover rejected it and their practices, Clover did pick up on some of it because she was very desperate at the time. And I think this is one of those moments where she's drawing on that sort of darker sort of magic and trying to mold it into something good, but it also is a little bit like almost violent in its protection and its usage, if that makes sense. So however that manifests.
So the way this works is you feel as you're tapping into this magic, into these darker uses, those chants of be aggressive warp for you, Clover, into whatever taunts you heard in high school. All of those taunts that have haunted you and caused you so much pain, you are tapping into that pain to connect with Amani, and with Amani's pain and sadness. So the binds on her side of the field seem to return to just yard lines, so you may actually approach her. She doesn't seem like she can get close to you. She doesn't seem like she can actually move from the goalpost. And that might have something to do with the way that she's bound. You can't be sure. But yeah, you, as calm as Amani is, you make that, well, not calm, as you guys connect emotionally, and that creates a bridge so you can make it to Amani. She has lowered her defenses. Your spell has worked. Yeah. But at the cost of 1 harm, because that was some serious emotional pain.
I would love that. I love a little migraine in the morning. 1 harm. Then yeah, I think Clover like does that, and as only both of you feel the hold on your hand sort of tighten, like that grip tightens a bit. And there's something, you know, when you look in somebody's eyes and you see the light leave it a little bit, like any sort of joy or whatever, like hope that was there, it goes for like just a second. You sort of see that in Clover as they return to somewhere bad. And then it comes back, the light sort of comes back, but almost smaller than it was before. And they let go, and their hands are shaking. And they say, yeah. Clarissa did that. You should be able to approach him on if you want to. That's open.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll do that. I think Clarissa just like releases hand and actually starts walking towards Amani and is going to go over there and just, I'm so sorry this happened to you. And I'm so sorry justice wasn't, you didn't get the justice you deserved, even if he is in prison now and he doesn't have the ability to hurt anyone anymore. That's not your justice. And I am so sorry this happened to you. And I'm just gonna hold my arms out as an offering for a hug for Imani.
As you walk up to Amani, you see that her necktie had been used as a gag, and like she is bound in a sash that says homecoming queen on it. And she is tied to the base of the foot, the goal. Yeah, she's tied to the base of the goal. She cannot move.
Oh, in that case, I am definitely going to. I'm gonna try to untie. First, I'm going to try to help get the tie out of her mouth first and foremost, and then I want to try to untie her, whatever this takes.
Roll and act under pressure as you reach for her to get the tie out of her mouth.
You got this.
That's the 7.
So if you get the tie out of her mouth, you are going to feel a burning sensation on your hands and take at least 2 harm.
I'll take it. It's worth it.
As that tie comes out of her mouth, she gasps for air, like she hasn't breathed in a good long while. I was going to say 50 years, but I didn't want to do the math.
89.
Yeah.
That's like 33 years.
Sure.
34. 35.
Time.
35.
A good long while. She's
34.
It's like she's breathing for the first time. She is still bound by her hands. And as she gasps for air, you hear another shriek at the other end of the football field as Susan's ties break through the barrier. And come at
Which
you, Simon.
is handling right now.
Yep.
So actually, and because you also reminded me that I had leveled up last session.
Mm-hmm.
And I have something called the Sight,
Ooh.
which means I can see invisible, especially spirits and magical influences. I can communicate with them,
Love that for you.
and even make deals with. Or they could give me more opportunities to spot clues, and I have to use investigate a mystery.
Okay.
So obviously I can already kind of communicate with them, but if you will allow it, obviously I know that they can kind of maybe sense what's going on, but I want them to fully see me. So that maybe I can seem not as threatening. Let's roll this.
Actually, before you roll that, can you roll an act under pressure for me as that barrier breaks?
Yeah. Do we have any pluses?
No. Am I able to help in any way? Because I'm right there.
I thought you never did.
No, Clover stayed. That's why she sent Clarissa, because she stood still after that. As I described that she went. If I did that, that was my bad.
No. Clover is still in the
there's
50
another +2.
Hey, guess what? We have a +2. Ignore me. You're good.
Y'all.
So then would you be in the middle then? Because they're on opposite sides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
Clover's
you're the
in the
bridge.
middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
With you, Simon. What's
Hey,
up,
hey,
Simon?
Hey.
How's
buddy.
how's that roll going,
But a
Simon?
+2,
Really
though.
pretty too.
Huh? It was a very pretty 2. Is that
It's
the
a
total?
real pretty too.
With your +2?
Well, the thing is, doing that +2 is not going to do anything. So can we
So
save
you
want to
save it?
else?
Copy.
I don't want to waste it on someone who's not gonna matter.
You all remember that you have a +2, please. So with that failure, you are going to take. She's really pissed. You're gonna take 2. You're gonna take 2 harm, and you feel one of those binds wrap around your hand. You can no longer use your hands.
That's fine. She doesn't do that anyway. She uses her brain.
Mhm.
Okay then.
I do want to say, just putting this out there, you have luck points that you can automatically make that a 12. But for the future.
That's true. I always forget that.
Me
Just
too.
for the future. I just want people to start using their luck now.
Yeah. I'll save it since we did already do this turn.
Copy that.
But dang it.
So
Thank you for the reminder. I need to put like red line on it.
all right. Sam, you wanted to make a move. Not Sam. Simon, you wanted to make a move. Sam does not exist in this game right now.
Who's Sam?
Exactly. Simon wanted to make a move.
He sounds delightful, whoever it is.
So I want how does it look right now in regards to this tie around her hand? Am I kind of connected now to Susan?
No. This tie is basically coming up from the 45-yard line and about 5 yards away from where you're standing, and has wrapped itself around your wrists and is holding your hands outstretched in front of you, as the another one, I'm gonna say from the 40 has broken through the weird barrier that was on the 50-yard line for some unknown reason.
Okay. I would like to Jinx.
Okay.
Which is another thing I forgot I unlocked. Eventually I'll remember these things.
It's a once-a-month game. It's hard to remember all the stuff we
It
can
is.
do.
Yeah. So I can encourage coincidences to occur the way that I want. Obviously I have to roll for this. To jinx this target, which would... I don't want it to be Susan particularly. I want it to be what's surrounding her.
Okay.
So let me roll. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna make it auto crit because I want to use that.
Use the luck.
Wow, I got a 12. Weird.
Whoa!
Wait, what were you rolling?
Amazing.
So for Jinx, now with that,
Is that
That's a spooky move.
Oh, so are you what stat are you rolling with?
it would have been my weird, which is +2.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. On a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Auto crit.
Yeah, it's a 10 plus, so I hold 2, and then I can spin the holds.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to list these out for you, or do you want me to just tell you which ones I want?
Tell me which ones you want.
Okay, cool. So I want to interfere. It says interfere with what a monster, minion, or bystander is trying to do. I want to interfere with their anger. I want to try and utilize this to manipulate these ties to kind of lessen their grip, but in a way that is able to relax this monster, this ghost, and as well as I'm gonna hold my second hold.
Okay. So you see that the binds from the 45 the binds going up to the 30th yard line are more lethargic than the ones closer to Susan. The binds around your wrists are looser now that you're still tied together, but you can actually move around and you don't have that tingling feeling in your fingertips anymore. Because you had that before. I just didn't say it. You feel that feeling coming back as they loosen. It's they don't feel like they're cutting into your wrist. They kind of feel, if I was to give this a material feeling, this feels like satin against your wrist, just really strong satin. Not even pulling at you anymore. It's just having you bound to the 45-yard line.
Okay.
Um, let's check in with Clover. How are you doing?
Hey.
As you see, like, some of these ties, these whips, relax halfway between you and Susan, on one side, and then you see Clarissa having a talk, giving a hug, burning her hands, over with Imani on the other side.
I think Clover takes a second to sort of take everything in because they're still not reeling, but they're sort of trying to come back from where they were. And also, there was a luck thing I forgot to mention that happens when luck is done. We don't have to do it, but when I spend the point of luck, I get to pick an aspect of the situation, and a keeper can tell me what other conspiracies the aspect connects to. But you don't have to if this doesn't connect to...
You want to do the thing? What does this connect to?
What other conspiracies that something about the situation connects to?
You are finding out that you're finding out about a conspiracy to hide the death of a second person on that night.
That's true.
That was not reported at all in this district 35 years ago.
I see. The conspiracy of racism.
Yes,
who would have thought the black lesbian's death wasn't reported?
The great conspiracy.
The great conspiracy of racism. Besides, yeah, that's the big one. But besides that, you recognize that name Rivers, as a prominent family in this town, and whose daughter went missing, and there was no, like, that was a big, like, it's like a crosstown thing. They put all of their resources into finding their missing daughter, and so they lost their business. And their major competitor was the Walters family.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh! Someone's gonna... Can you sue someone over something that you weren't involved in?
No.
And of course, it's the white family that owns the cops.
I can't say I'm a part of their family and I'm suing them for... No. Okay. Interesting.
Distant cousin.
No, my cousin's over there.
Wait, that's us.
Nice. Speaking of which, my cousin's in danger a little bit. I'm gonna go, and I guess if I see the binding sort of slacken a little bit,
they don't seem as taut as they were. They're not like pulling Sam out of the circle. They're just not Sam. They're pulling Simon out of the circle. They're just holding her there.
Okay. Then I think Zoom. I know my internet connection is stable. It's unstable. Clover looks at Susie and then looks at Simon for a second. Looks like she's gonna try and say something very encouraging, but the words don't come out. It sort of feels like her throat is like a little tight. And so she just starts counting back in her head. And as she does, she is going to take out the throwing knife she has. Because I remembered that. She takes these throwing knives out of her pocket. And she's going to try booking it over to Susan to cut her loose. To see if maybe that will calm her down.
I will give you a choice to either act under pressure. Or kick some ass. Or protect someone. One of those three.
Can I help out?
You are currently bound.
Yeah, but encouraging words. From Simon, the most encouraging of them all.
I'm going to say no to this because I'm going to say Clover is kind of in a tunnel vision at this point.
Okay. You're doing great, sweetie.
What's I was gonna say, what was Simon gonna say? I still want to hear it.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, great.
You're doing great, sweetie.
I think specifically for this, specifically for this, because of the sort of state that they're in, it's gonna be kick some ass.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that. Okay. Thank you, God. Google would not roll over a 5 for 10 years.
You also had a +2.
Oh my gosh! Look at man. Okay,
Hi, gamer.
Look at me being a little gamer. 2 + 1, so it's +3. 9, 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3. That's a 12. Wait, 1, 2. That's a 12.
Hey, cat, join us. No? Okay, that's fine. 12. All right. If you suffer no harm, you attack your attack drives the enemy away.
Sorry.
Hey, kitty. I'm going to say you can choose to either inflict double damage or suffer. No, that's not. Yeah, fine. You can either suffer no harm at all or inflict double damage.
So in this case, when inflicting double damage, I mean I get the ropes off immediately.
Of Sam?
No,
Or of
Susan.
No. It would mean that you're attacking Susan.
Oh, but Susan's not okay. Is Susan not tied up? She's tied up, right?
She is absolutely tied up. You can't tell what she's tied with, but
Yeah, excellent. I can see it.
Oh,
I did interfere with like something. I don't know.
yeah. So like for the first first 5, 10, 15, 20, first 20 yards, it's gonna be really easy for you to dive and dip and dodge all of them. For the last 20 yards, it's gonna be harder for you to avoid her lashing out and her. I'm gonna call them whip attacks because that's basically what they are. And so you can either avoid the damage, or you can harm Susan.
Okay. And just one more
Twice.
clarifying thing.
Yeah.
Twice.
It's like or double harm Susan.
If I avoid the damage, will I be able to get to her?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to avoid the damage then. And I'm just using my knives to essentially get, if anything starts getting close to me, I just slash it away.
Okay. You avoid the damage, and then you end up in front, and you end up right next to Susan. She is also bound to the goalpost, except for she's tied in what looks like a necktie, and with she's also blinded by another thing that, like an ascot or something. It's hard to tell, but she's been blinded. It's the 80s. I'm pretty sure that they had ascots.
Yeah. Then I think if I can, a Clover will very quickly, the second they get close enough, they want to take off the blindfold.
Yeah, roll a act under pressure for me.
Act under pressure. Oh, I roll cool. Ooh.
or you can use a luck and auto success.
I could.
Those are things.
Where's the fun in that when I just rolled a 11, so it's a 10? Because I'm just like that.
All right, so you do take those bindings off. It's gonna cause you 3 harm.
That's fine.
She's very angry.
Does mine drop?
You.
It's like it's not all connected to the same entity.
Oh wait. Yeah, no, because as she got close, she would have flared out and it would have gone over half the field. You'll take 1 harm, because you lowered her connection to the closer 20 to you. So
Oh wait,
helped
who's taking
out.
1 harm?
Clover takes 3, Simon takes
Oh,
1.
okay. Thank you. Great. Then as I'm rhyming. So sorry, I'm asking so much questions.
You're fine.
What specifically caused Clover damage? Was it just taking the blindfold off?
It is Susan's righteous fury. Her rage is basically like a protective aura as you reach in and getting close to her. And going through that barrier, you take the blindfold off and she sees you. But like if she was an anime character, there would be flames in her eyes. She's angry.
Yeah.
Hell
then...
hath no fury.
hath no fury. Then with that, I think Clover just immediately like takes it off and is in a lot of pain, but so I'm just like dead eyeing her sort of and just sort of and says sorry, the name is Amani, right?
Yeah.
Amani's Amani's okay. We can bring you both together. It's okay. They did this to me one time too. But now we're out. And we can... You just have to... just trust us. And you can be together.
I forgot you were a Brit. You made a bridge with Amani, so you get back 1 harm. As Amani, that connection to Amani protected you from Susan's rage. At the mention of her name, though, it kind of has the opposite effect as you are blown back. You are not hurt. You are just blown out of her immediate like vicinity.
Did you go past me?
No.
You are the football on the field now.
No, you're blown back basically to like the 5-yard line. You're just blown out of the end zone to basically give her space. She's been angry for 30 plus years, and at the mention of her dead lover,
yeah, that's fair.
Kind of just needed space to breathe. You don't take any harm though, as you were just pushed back into the dirt.
Could I use my hold?
Yes,
my next
absolutely.
And if it could work out like this, so whenever she pushes back Clover, and is there something physical that shows this bridge?
Oh wait, you can see you have the sight, so you could see like a golden arc between Clover at one end and Amani at the other.
It really depends on you. If it's not going to work this way, then I'll keep holding the hold.
Okay.
But with this jinx, could I say that the target, which is Susan for me, finds something that we left for them, as in they see and they notice and realize what this golden arc is after she had pushed back Clover?
I think, yeah, I can tie that in with Clover not getting any harm. She recognizes, you know that feeling when you're around somebody and they have a general vibe?
Mm-hmm.
Clover is protected by that now. And she is protected by Amani's vibe. So whenever Susan pushes back mentally, because she can't do it physically, her hands are still bound, she recognizes that, and you can see that the binds from the 30th to the 10th, like literally the last yard line is the only one that has like whipping ties. She calms down even more, and the ties around your hands, Simon, have now completely fallen off. and have
Perfect.
returned to being just yard lines on a football field.
I was gonna say ties. It's like there are just ties everywhere now.
No.
Okay, okay. All right. Then with that, I would like to get closer to Susan.
As you are making your way closer to Susan, Clarissa, what are you in what is your deal with Amani? How's that going? You are muted.
Yeah. So I think after, like, I don't think Clarissa went in for the hug yet, just because after getting the tie out of Amani's mouth, she wants to, even though Amani's a spirit and doesn't technically need to breathe, she wants to give her a little bit of space just to like get air, get her bearings, all of that. And she's gonna try talking to Amani once Amani seems to have caught her breath.
Yeah, you notice it immediately as Clover takes off the blindfold on Susan. Amani immediately sits up and wakes up. She seems to be able to move freely, not freer now. Um and she can sit up, and she's not completely free of the goalpost, but she's freer to move now.
I'm really sorry for everything that happened to you. This was a tragedy that should have never occurred, and I'm so sorry, but we're trying to help you be with Susan again. I'm gonna try to untie the rest of your binds. Is that okay?
What's happening?
I'm sorry, but you were killed. Chet murdered you and Susan, and you never got the justice that you were owed. They never reported your body even missing, and you were treated as a missing persons case up to this day.
I died?
Yeah, I'm really sorry that a hateful bigot did this to you.
Susie, is she okay?
She's dead too. And I'm so sorry, but you've been kept apart by this. I point down to the other end of the field so she can actually look and see Susie also bound.
She looks past you, but she's lost in thought. I gave her something. A locket? It was special. Yeah. I made it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have something of hers.
Do you?
She got me a ring. Amani tries to look at her hands, but they are at her sides, and she can't see past the sash that says "Homecoming Queen."
One second. I'm gonna pull out my Swiss Army knife and try to cut the tie. Like,
Okay. Act under
pocket knife or multi-tool.
Yeah, act under pressure for me.
Uh,
Or use a luck point. Love that too.
I'll try first, and if it doesn't work, I'll spend my luck.
You want us to be doomed. You're you're trying to bring our demise.
Hey, that's a 10.
Oh, damn it. I mean, yes, fine. You try and cut through the homecoming sash, but Amani keeps like pulling away, like she doesn't want you to cut through it. Um but since you got a 10, you do. You free her. Um and she holds the sash that says homecoming queen. But now that it's cut, it loses some of its sparkle. It starts looking smudged, as if covered in either blood and or mud. Um, and slowly fades away like it's been buried for 30 odd years. Um, and as that bind is released, the the connection between Clover and Amani seems to not weaken, but kind of dissipate as Amani seems to be free. Um, yeah. Uh, she does mention that there what like there. Yeah, I'm gonna go cheesy with it. There seems to be a light from above shining down as Amani ascends.
Oh no! I wanted them to be together.
As Amani ascends into a higher plane, what is left behind kind of like crumples into dust. And as Amani ascends, um, Susan redoubles her efforts and is angry again because now she feels that she is alone.
Ouch.
Yep.
No.
So
I'm walking up next to her.
you, yes, you did. But Clarissa, I'm gonna give you an opportunity. Do you look for anything on the ground or anything left behind by Amani?
Yeah. I'm gonna start.
Don't you have a move for the looking around thing? Like
I
oops or something?
do. Yeah, but I want to explain it narratively before I say I'm using the move.
Okay.
I just start like digging and trying to find, like just running my hands all over the place, trying to find that ring that she mentioned. I want to find that ring. And if I can, I'm going to use oops. Can I stumble across something important?
It has been 30 some odd years, but at the bit, like no one actually cuts near the base of a football like field goal thing. It's too hard. They're riding lawnmowers. Like, no.
I mean, the way that I'm imagining it is like it was just weed whacked, but the
Yeah,
ring got pressed down, but the gemstone is still just peeking out a little bit.
absolutely exactly how that happened. You
Yeah.
do find a cute little promise ring um, with, let's say, a sapphire, because I like blue. Um,
Sapphires are pretty.
yeah, a sapphire surrounded by two small diamonds. Um, like held in like a silver, like a silvery gold kind of metal.
All right. I found it, and now what could go wrong? I am going to charge into immediate danger without hedging my bets. I just pick it up after finding it, stand up, and start running straight towards the other end of the field as
That
fast as I can.
is that's gonna take you a little bit.
Yeah.
So while Susan feels that connection to Amani dissipate and she starts feeling this crushing sense of aloneness, she's going to lash out at Simon and Clover with the last bits of her ties that bind is what I named this move. So like, yeah. She gonna hit you. If you guys want to dodge, dip, dive, dodge, whatever.
Could I protect Simon? Or not Simon's Clover.
I was about to say, can I protect Simon?
Yes, roll to protect each other.
Jump to protect each other. Hold on.
Whoever gets higher gets to protect.
Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Protect someone. It's a tough move. Okay. Hey. So Casper, you know how you really wanted us to use luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very stressful situation, and Clover experiencing a lot of trauma.
What's funny is I was using luck too. I was gonna do it too. So we both use luck.
Protect
Adorable.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love that. Okay.
I love that. You guys both suffer the same abuse.
Wait, together.
Yes.
Keep it together, cousin.
You're okay, as a 12, you can choose to suffer a little harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. Nope, that can't work because both of you did it. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back. One of those three.
Going within theme of things, I would take harm. Just because it makes sense.
Okay, so you're gonna suffer a little harm. What about you, Clover?
I think. Okay, quick question. If I would inflicting harm on the enemy in this sense relate to sort of that in this situation be involved to sort of not calming her down, but sort of breaking down that barrier a bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Sure. Yes.
Yes, okay. Then I will inflict harm on the enemy, but I don't want to hurt Susan directly. I just want to sort of break away those last bit, or in some way, and however I protect Simon, I want to cause whatever the rest of the bindings to not be a thing, and have her at least be open to stuff.
That's gonna be asking a lot.
Well, let me know what I can do, and I will be happy with it.
You inflict harm on Susan. Is it gonna be direct or indirect? Are you going after the ties, or are you going after Susan?
Oh no, it's the ties.
Okay, so you're. I'm gonna say you cut down a few of them, and you see that affects Susan. Not in an extreme, not in a direct, like extreme, you cut off my arm kind of way, but more of, you know, how the casual you cut off my arm kind of way.
What the heck?
I hate when that happens. My God. The way you stated that, not in the way that you cut my arm off.
All right.
But in a way that like it's a boss battle, and you can see that the area effects are going down. I have no other way of explaining it
I got
narratively. You. So, Simon, you will take lashing strikes. You will not be restrained.
Okay, cool.
You will just take like glancing slashes, and that'll be another harm.
Cool.
Clover, you make sure I read this right. You don't take any harm. Yeah, you don't take any harm. You but you do hurt Susan. You weaken Susan.
Do I still take harm because I protected Simon? Just checking. We protected each other. So
yeah.
And
you get 2 harm for protecting Simon because you're not defending yourself, but you also inflict 1 harm on Susan. Simon gets only 1 harm because they are protecting you, like pushing you out of the. You guys are like doing this weird thing where you're like trying to.
Wouldn't I take more harm then?
No.
I'm so confused.
Wait a minute.
let me explain this. So you guys are doing that weird thing where you're trying to push each other out of the way. So it's just like on one of them, Simon gets licked. On another one, Clover gets licked, and like Clover's just better at it than Simon. So in my like the way that I see it is that like Simon is like, I've got you. You get like hit by one of the things, and Clover's like, yeah, okay.
Alright, bro.
That was very sweet. And is just like comes back and gets smacked by 2. Makes sense?
Yeah, no, makes sense. Simon was like smart about it. Clover threw themselves in the way, essentially.
Exactly. Yes.
Clover, what are you doing?
But in that, Clover, you get an extra hit on you. You get an extra harm is because you're actually actively like attacking the ties. That's what it is.
What a mess.
Yeah, sorry, that was a lot.
No, you did so good just now.
I just have to comment. Your cat is being so adorable on camera.
I know, it's funny that stream can't see how precious he is.
Yeah, it's just for us nerds. Sorry.
Be nice. They're giving you so many plus
You're so right. You're so right.
You guys can give them to me now. Give them to me.
No, hey, I want to. Camera, look at me. You don't have to do that. I apologize for my actions. And I would like to retract my previous statement.
Clarissa, you're making your way downtown. Making your way through the field.
I was going to make that reference.
I beat you. I'm going to say you're kind of around the 50-yard line now. And you still have the whole other half of the field to go. Considering you are not an athlete, like, well, you kind of are. So, I mean,
I wouldn't say she's like a great athlete or anything. She's okay at sports, and considering experts can do a 40-yard dash in about 4.2 seconds, the slower football professional athletes still do it in about 6 seconds. So I was thinking that she could do 40 yards in about 7 to 8 seconds. So it will take her approximately 20 seconds to get across the football field.
That was a lot of numbers at me. I was just going to have you read a bad situation.
No, I'm charging forward without hedging my bets. It's one of my moves.
Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot you were doing that. Kick some ass? Or wait, what is the move exactly?
It's literally what could go wrong. Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, you may hold 2, and you may spend your hold to 1, inflict 1 harm. The second, reduce someone's harm suffered by 1. And the last one, take 2 forward on an act under pressure roll.
All right. Then I'm going to just say, during this thing, Clarissa's gonna like during the whole Clover Simon tango of death, Clarissa's gonna come barreling in as Clover's like slicing off at these ties, and act under pressure now, I guess, or either act under pressure or kick some ass, depending on what you want to do. Kick some ass if you are going to be targeting Susan. Act under pressure if you're doing literally anything else.
It's going to be an act under pressure because I am going to run forward with the ring, holding it forward, and be like, wait, I have this, and try to give it to Susan.
Okay.
So that's a 9, but that's only a partial success.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go ahead and mark a luck here just so I can have a full success on it.
Love it. Okay. You extend your hand. You make it through the binds. No harm to you because Susan is preoccupied with Clover and Simon in their own dance of death. So as you present her with this ring, she looks at it, and you see that recognition spark in her eyes. And then you start feeling heat come off of that ring. The sapphire becomes like a dark. It starts to become, it's like turning black. Same with the diamonds on either side, and the metal starts heating up in your hand. You'll take 1 harm as it melts and basically disintegrates in front of your face.
Well, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and just not do anything about Susan, but try to search the area around the other goalpost to see if I can't find the locket that Imani mentioned.
Okay. Before you do that, Susan is going to lash out again with these ties that bind. You know what? Fuck it. It's like an area effect anyway. She's going to try and hit literally all of you. They only go, like, you guys are in the end zone, so she's only got the ones from the 5-yard line. So they're pretty long, like, and they don't seem to be regenerating, so the number has lessened. But they're still, I'm gonna say, a good 15 still around, coming off of this 5-yard line, and they're like whipping at all of you. Everybody take a harm, and if you want to act under pressure to see if, because they are trying to restrain you. I'm running this like D&D. I know. I'm sorry. This is action packed. Sure. I don't care.
Well, in that case, I'm going to spend 1 of my holds from what could go wrong to reduce whoever looks the most hurt of the 2 of them. I want to reduce their damage by 1.
Okay. Clover is unstable currently.
Oh.
And I'm going unstable with this hit.
Cool. I didn't realize I was killing y'all.
Hey, Casper, we get 3 harm before we start dying.
Well, capture the ghost then.
When do you get unstable?
Okay, so
you see the line?
Oh, I thought that was just an error.
I thought that was a mistake. No, that just
put that bracket there. Okay.
Put that there. No, it's when you take 4 harm, that's technically when you're unstable, and that just means that over time, like as time goes by, if you don't heal, then you take more harm. Essentially. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. We have a van with a medic thing. We'll be okay. Unless
Do you
people
have a
die.
van?
We don't have it with us.
Sorry, how much harm did you say we take, or how much are we not take? I'm confused. What's happening right now?
So Clarissa is protecting one of y'all.
Protect Clover, our dying baby over here. Protect my cousin.
Okay.
And then everyone else is. Wait, does your move say you're taking the harm for them?
No, it just says reduce someone's harm suffered by one.
Cool. Well, Clover doesn't take any harm. Everybody else gets one.
And on the act under pressure, yeah, I'll take the failure. That's gonna be a 6.
Cool. You are now restrained. You are tied. Like the binds whip up around you, like a python. And up until right underneath your nose. And
So I can't speak. I get it.
you are wrapped up, and they start to squeeze again, very similar to a python.
I have a thing that Clover is going to do instinctually, but Sam, if you want to do a thing, I want to give you that space just in case before I do a thing.
Go right ahead, because it could potentially help what I do.
Okay. Great. Then I think it's and Chris, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the way I pictured it was that Clarissa stopped Clover from taking damage, and then Clarissa got caught, not almost from that. And so I think there's just this pause that Clover has, and they look at they only have like one throwing knife left, I imagine, because they were tossed today. It was cool for a second.
It was a badass for a second.
She was so dope for a second. That trauma was carrying her. But I think she's like looking at the situation and is horrified, and is in a lot of pain and is shaking, and she's going to. We have the little. She's gonna Pokemon this. She's going to take one of the capsules that they use to hold ghosts. Not the book. She doesn't have the book on her. And she's just going to say, it's just for a little while, but you need to stop hurting them, please. And throw it and try and capture her, just for the moment, unless anybody stops it.
Okay. This would be your act under pressure roll.
Okay. I gotta stop doing cool things because I don't have the stats.
Could I help with jinxing this, encouraging a coincidence to occur?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want it to succeed, I'm going to auto luck.
Okay. Just so y'all know, those lucks don't recharge. Just saying.
I know.
You.
But we need this ghost done, or we're all gonna die. So, this gives you a +1 from me.
Okay.
With whatever you're rolling right now.
Okay.
I have no more holds, so I can't use those against you. Not me going hard on the third case.
And then depending on what this does, I'm going to hold this next one.
Okay. So, I got an 8.
Okay.
That is with the +1 because my cool is a -1. So that is just it sort of it balances out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it as an
Tough choices.
To be fair.
I just rolled a natural 1 and then a natural 6. I cannot help you.
To be fair, this does feel like the apt moment for Clover feels like the most doomed. Or going towards her own doom and trying to fight her sort of trauma and saving her family and people she cares about. I'll use another luck point.
Yay.
Because I think it's thematically appropriate.
Then you will automatically succeed, and yes, you can do you trap her, and the second that you trap her, the ties that were wrapping up Clarissa immediately disappear. The ones that were attacking you and Simon, they all go back into the ground. She is captured in this little jar, and you see it like do the little Pokemon dance thing on the ground. And you feel that this is only this piece that is happening in this moment is very temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chloe's just sort of on the ground. Like, she lunged forward to throw this thing and then hold it in place just in case. And Clover's essentially, like, cradled on the ground holding it.
You are sitting on a live bomb right there, kid. Live grenade.
And I think at this, as soon as the binds release, Clarissa's also going to fall to the ground where she was. And can I find something important?
Yes, absolutely. After doing some digging, this one was buried actually a little bit deeper, but because it's a freaking necklace. You do find another silvery, like a white gold necklace with a ruby and surrounded by a circle of diamonds.
Can I open it?
Yeah, it's a tiny little locket. You open it and you can see it is a picture of Susan and Imani, like one of those ones that you go to the mall and get, and it's been cut out to fit conveniently in this little heart-shaped locket. Yeah, and with that, like when you grab it and you hold on to it, Clover, you feel the you feel that the timer of this this grenade you're sitting on no longer is necessary. It is calm. Everything is relaxed, and also the floodlights go out, so you guys are cast in darkness.
And I'm going to pick up the remains of the ring as well, whatever's left of it, and I'm just going to put the melted metal and gemstones inside the locket and close the locket back up, just so they can always be together.
Okay. You guys feel that, like, well, actually, Simon, you feel that the pressure, the overwhelming pressure that was basically isolating this whole entire football field from the rest of the world has lifted. You feel like there is a sky, that there is an outside world again. You can even, it's really weird, but you look up and there's like, you start seeing the stars coming back into the field, like field of view. It feels, there's a sense of completeness happening right now. But you do feel a radiating anger from the jar, but it's like it's contained.
Where's the book?
That is an excellent question. Where is the book? I know Clover doesn't have it. Who has the book?
Probably in the RV.
It might have been in the bus still.
I'm gonna say it's in the bus.
Where is everybody in proximity?
Y'all are pretty close. You guys are all in the same end zone. Pretty close together.
Clover's just on the ground and is hugging this thing. So even though it feels calm, she's just sort of cradled on the ground and is shaking, but she's not moving.
And I think it's very similar to what's going on with Clarissa as well. Once she found the locket and put the ring inside of it, and just, I think she just has it closed in her fist now, and she's holding it to her chest, and she's just kind of sitting there, like, breathless and exhausted and in pain, and the adrenaline is wearing off at this point, so the pain is becoming more and more apparent, and it's just like, ow, 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 ow.
Simon shows no reaction and just looks up at the sky and noticing the stars and everything appearing. Can she grab the jar? Does somebody have it, or is it just on the ground?
Oh no, Clover has it.
I'm cradling it right now.
She's going to reach down to you and just kind of tap on you. Let me hold it.
Oh. And then, like, silently, they just sort of usher it over to you, and it's almost like they crawl away a little bit from it.
She takes it and she puts it actually away in her bag that she carries around her and reaches down to help you up. We need to get to the van.
Okay.
Do we have the van? It says are here. I'm sorry, I don't remember from last session.
No, we took a
y'all took an Uber here.
Was he on his way?
Not that you know of. He was taking a rest.
Okay. Then she's gonna call up a Luber.
No.
Oh no.
Go! Why?
That's a non-copywritten version of an Uber.
It's like every letter you put in front of it doesn't work.
Well,
A
you could
goober.
call up a doober. That way we can smoke.
No.
A boober?
No.
A tuber. See, you see
A
what I'm saying?
Luber. There you
All
go.
right, you know what? You call up a car.
A
Got
Uber.
it. You call up a car.
Call a chauffeur.
Yeah. And this one is just an older black woman who just kind of checks to make sure it's like, y'all who I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then get in.
I'm assuming we look gross right now too.
Yes.
Yeah, we look fucked up, and I
that's bad.
yeah, I
She's
don't
seen
think
worse.
Clarissa has it in her to be chatty.
Sometimes Ubers
this
are used to
time.
take to hospitals because
Yeah.
ambulances are expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, she's seen worse. She's like, all right, y'all get in. There's plastic on the back seat. You know, just don't make a mess of my car, please. There's
don't
also
think
water
I'm gonna
bottles
do this.
and phone charges.
Drive.
Okay. And she's gonna just drive you to the hotel.
Wherever Cesar is. Yeah. I remember where we
Hotel, motel, holiday. Yeah, there she is driving you to the hotel where you are staying. And that hotel has a chauffeur, so I'm gonna just say you guys go through all the hoops and get the car back. Y'all look busted.
You would text
Yeah.
Cesar again, and it would say, I don't know where you have been, but we'll be in the van.
Cool.
And I think we're probably gonna spend like the next half hour to an hour taking care of each other and making sure all of our wounds are dressed properly. That way we don't bleed out in our sleep.
How
Yeah.
much healing do we get from the van again before like our next session?
You
don't
get
remember.
like a. Hang on.
I
What's
think
we
we
have
have
some
to
number.
roll for it.
Isn't it
because
covered?
typically Well, I think no, actually, I remember recovering harm. It is
You see for sure.
every day you can recover by one, but if you have a van, you can recover by two. Also, if when you treat your wounds, you can recover by one or two, depending on if you have the necessary medical stuff on hand. I believe that's the way it works.
Yeah, this thing says the you can heal one if you receive first aid. Unstable wounds have to have first aid to become stable.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're still unstable, it's going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Four harm, four plus harm wounds require healing move in time in an infirmary or hospital or magical healing. This would be the end of the mystery, so you also have a chance to heal. I'm going to say you guys are going to take some time. You're in the middle.
Yeah.
So you guys can. It's going to be some time before your next mystery.
It's going to be a couple days at least before we even are ready to think about doing another one.
Yep. And that it like you guys are gonna you can since it's going to take a little bit longer, you can heal all of your harm. Is what I was trying to say.
Ooh, you did it.
What?
So it's gonna take like a week before our next thing.
Yeah, pretty much. At least.
Thank God. I was dying.
We're dying.
No longer.
No, all of mine were full. I was dying.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is bad. Who is doing anything? What are you doing with the ghost?
Well,
is something that I have to know right
now.
now.
Simon would have, as soon as they got in there, found the book and tried to allow it to be released.
You can tell. Yeah. Same light show. You did find the correct ghost. The information of the bound woman fills up the pages and you like the book feels angrier. It feels heavier now as you're adding another spirit to it.
I'm really sorry that we couldn't set her free, but at that point it was either us or her, so we did what we had to do.
I think Clover doesn't even say anything. Like, they just sort of... I think they just leave to go to the medical part of the bus and stay there. I think for that, like, entire week, Clover doesn't move off of that bed. Like, she's just sort of there.
I mean, honestly, same. I think it's very much the same situation. I think Clarissa's very stuck in her thoughts, feeling like she wasn't strong enough to get the best outcome, feeling like she failed, even though we're all still alive and we're recovering, and feeling like maybe we're not strong enough to do what's necessary.
Cesar will be taking care of y'all, gently moving you from the van up to the suite so you have more room in a bed. Like each one of you get your own bed and it's comfortable and room service and all of your needs are taken care of. In the meantime, he is probably going to investigate your fourth case, but he will keep that information to himself as he wants you all to focus on recovery, because it's only the third case. This was a lot. You are a quarter of the way through. And with that, I'm going to end this adventure, at least this chapter. Y'all can introduce yourselves, where people can find you, who you played, all of that jazz in the beginning montage order.
Okay. Hi, it was me, the beginning of the beginning montage. I'm Danny, or Danny's Corner Everywhere, or at Animated Pizza on Twitter. I played Clover today, and I had a really good time going through school trauma and lesbian sadness. It was a great time. These guys are great. And yeah, you can catch me on Neon Lights Roleplay every other Wednesday. And on my own channel, doing my own stuff. Just you should follow my Twitter because that's where I usually post about it sometimes. That's all. I also draw. That's it. Thank you. Have a good sandwich.
Yes, with that look, you go next, Clarissa. Wait, right?
All right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, hey y'all, it's me, your most middleist player. I'm Crimson Galaxy, that is Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin, pronouns they, them, she, they. Your non-binary, trans feminine player and performer. And just yeah, honestly, this was a super intense session, but it was oh so much fun. Give me all of the trauma, please. Yes. Where you can find me online, you can find me on Twitter at sin_gal. You can find me on Insta and here on Twitch at crimson_galaxy_RPG. On for the games that I still have going on currently, this actually, yeah. This Wednesday, I'm going to be back with a Things from the Flood game over on Party White Games at 1 p.m. Pacific. That is 4 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to be continuing this arc of that game, and it should be good. Sorry, my brain's not working so great. On Thursday, I'm actually going to be in a one-shot over on Nerds with Dice. It's actually been a little bit since I've been back on that channel. So I'm actually pretty excited about my return to that channel. We're going to be playing Mall Kids, and that is going to be at, I believe, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, come check that out too. And then my arc completed in my Friday game. So then on Mondays, the second and fourth Monday of every month, come check out our Power Rangers actual play over on the Initiative Order, Power Rangers Arcanites, where we are harnessing the power of magic to help our Power Ranger be Power Rangery and be kind of cheesy, but also kind of intense and kind of amazing and total badasses. Come check us out. That's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and that is over on twitch.tv/the Initiative Order. Thanks.
I'm last.
Yes.
Sweet. I am Sam. I played Simon, both pronouns she, her. You can find me all across social media at just Sam, JUSTSEUM, over on Twitch at SEUM Sam. I also, every Wednesday, we had just launched a new series, a new long-form campaign of a blend between Pathfinder 2E and D&D 5E, called Stormforge, over on twitch.tv/Captain Robert. That's at that is at 11:30 a.m. PT. What is that maths? Is that 2:30 Eastern? Yes, every Wednesday. And then also over on twitch.tv/Captain Robert on Thursdays, I'm in another long-form campaign, D&D 5e, for Meteorian Core at 3 p.m. PT or 6 p.m. Eastern. And we are actually currently leading up into our finale, which will be live on stage at GCX the first weekend of August. So there's a lot that's going on, a lot of very emotional stuff. You can catch up with everything over on Robert's YouTube. And then on Fridays, I work with Wounded Warrior Project, and with that, I'm actually the person who produces as well as hosts their weekly jam. So that's over on twitch.tv/Wounded Warrior Project at 1 p.m. PT or 4 p.m. Eastern every Friday with me and my co-host JJ. We talk about different programs and things that are within our blanket group of WWP alongside playing games. So it's always a good time, and there's a TTRPG I'm in production with for WWP as well. But I'll announce that another time.
Ooh.
Thank you so very much. What a session. And now Casper.
Yeah, hey, I've been Casper the MB Ghost. I am a Black Cherokee Sapphic neurodivergent writer of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror that is on a quest to play every werewolf game ever created. It's not going well, but hey, I'm here. I'm having fun with it. I have been your keeper for this Monster of the Week, kind of turned into D&D because I'm bad at it. I'm sorry. Kind of thing, but it's an amazing story, so I don't care. I am alternating Wednesdays. I'm on Stardust Ghost on the End Not Lights with Danny. Every second Sunday, supposedly. But the second Sunday of the month of May is Mother's Day, so I caught it this time. On Sundays,
Thank you.
no problem. Every Sunday, I'm on Pluto Cleric's channel on doing their Starfinder campaign, Weird Frontier. I'm also on Tabletop Titties doing Forgotten Fridays, which is their D&D campaign, and they have a Masquerade Mondays, which is their Titties by Night campaign, Vampire the Masquerade. Those are up and running. I also have my own stuff on my channel, which is just Casper the MB Ghost. That's DANB Ghost, all one word. And I'm playing solo games this month, and I do interviews with my friends sometimes. I do it on every moon cycle day that pops up on my calendar because I've got a brand. But you can find me on Twitter at Casper the MB Wolf. Literally everywhere else, Casper the MB Ghost. I already told you how to spell it. And yeah, thank you so much. We will keep you posted because I'm pretty sure we're not playing on Mother's Day. But yeah, we will keep you posted on this campaign. And not Adrian, but what Cesar's been up to. Maybe. Wado, have a great time. Bye.